I want to explain something about this historic work of mine. I'm not a regurgitator. I don't keep people informed. I'm not regurgitating the narrative of the narrative, the analysis of the analysis. Earth, moon, sun. This is a PhD. And I went rogue. That's exactly what it is. It's a wide open, for God and everybody to see the most important PhD. Now, did I think it would go on this long? 1,200 and some videos. Now, of course, I've used art, culture, on location. This is a traditional PhD. You know, probably the most powerful one in history. So you're not going to sit here and I'm not going to regurgitate, you know, what's the narrative out there. I am the narrative. So in a traditional PhD, an historic PhD, first you hypothesize the knowledge. When Fukushima happened, oh my God, these are full blown out fucking melt. I knew they couldn't handle a fucking 9-point earthquake. They couldn't handle an 8. I knew they were gone. And I knew that the spin would come out to this extreme. No. Did I know that I would get cancer? No. Got AML leukemia, one of the moment 11. Did I know that I would be viciously, ruthlessly attacked while in critical condition? Did I know that I'd have open heart surgery twice and I've come so close to death so many times. Did I know that people were this fucking vicious and ruthless and would do anything for money? Yeah, I did know that. But did I think it would go on this long? Well, I always thought that I would get an army. You know, and of course, moon, earth, sun. Everybody, there's one. The last duck on the Great Salt Lake. So, this is a traditional PhD. Probably the greatest PhD in human history. Well, since Semmelweis. Semmelweis is the greatest real PhD in human history. I still say he is. Will I pass him? Maybe someday. Now, who's Semmelweis? The Hungarian doctor in Vienna who hypothesized that it was all these women were dying in childbirth. There was these little invisible freaking things flying through the earth, germs, which he had read. You know, there were hypotheses and philosophers and doctors were hypotheses all over, especially in Italy. So he says, I'm going to see if I think it's true. I'm going to see if I can prove it. 10 years. He was a doctor. OBGYN. He had the doctors washing their hands. The other doctors weren't. And he proved it over 10 years that he increased life so dramatically 10 times. 10 times. He proved it. And no one would still believe him. What are you talking about? These little invisible germs that thrive through the air? Most important PhD in human history? No doubt. Freaking, he's decades and decades and decades ahead of Louis Pasteur. Ahead of anybody. What happened to him? I don't hear anybody mention his name. There's a clinic in Vienna. That's as far as he got. Fuck, there should be statues, fucking schools all over the fucking world named after him. They threw him in he went so fucking crazy and mad. It's like old man Hines, my friend who just passed away. You still fighting the nuclear energy? You still doing this historic work of yours, Blanch? Yeah. How do you keep your sanity? What makes you think I do? He just recently passed away. He was a gem, man. See, we get a purple flash. Oh boy. Whoa, look at that purple along the ridge popping. Yeah. By the way, so you guys know that the solar flares that gave us these northern lights across the world, they'll be back here in another week or so. So I was just thinking about this. You go right here behind my house and just go that way. you won't run into a house. That's the Great Salt Lake right there. You get on the other Great Salt Lake, you go across Nevada, across the stretch of Nevada, you won't hit nothing. You get into Northern California, where straight across, you won't hit nothing. You know what the first thing you'll run into? If you just went straight, as the Canadian goose flies, and just kept going, you know what the first thing you're going to run into right here? And I'm not kidding. Oh, yeah, Fukushima, Japan. And I'm not kidding you. So, this is a traditional PhD. The most important one in human history, besides Semmelweis, Moon, Earth, Sun. So, when I talk about numbers, I'm not just shooting off the hip. I've developed relationships over the years through lots of phone calls, lots of activism. Like, how about the sign? I could write a book just where it's been. It's been in Obama's face. It's been in Trump's face. It's been in every politician in Utah's face. You know, it's been all over the world. Vienna, New York, D.C., Peace Vigil, all those years, all that work I did there, still doing. I mean, my God. Diablo Canyon, San Onofre, Indian Point. I mean, I go on and on and on and on and on. Livermore, California, bringing star power to Earth. Fuck. What a body of fucking work. So, of course, I'm not going to be contemporized. People don't want to hear the same information over and over and over and over again. I've tried to make it dynamic and creative. I've tried to use art. I've tried to use everything I can fucking mix into to make it compelling. My cancer, my fight, my whatever. You know, the Million Mass March, I'm the guy that invented it. Me and John Anthony Fairhurst. I mean, think about that body of work. So these salmon numbers, just going over them again today on the Columbia. Now remember, the Columbia has 80,000 right now for the year for the spring run. So pathetic. Now remember, they didn't start closing fishing and start to recognize this decline until 3 years ago. 3 years ago, they started to shut off fishing. 4 years ago. I mean, it took them 2 or 3 years to come out of denial. They were shell shocked because they had record returns, So they stopped fishing. With the fishing, and this is again verified for ODFW, WFW. I mean, WFW are pathetic. I mean, ODFW at least works with me. So does Alaska. And so they start cutting off fishing. Now, the rule is in front of the Bonneville, the great giant drainage. Oh, before I forget, the Rogue right now, for the year, has 1,400. And they're skinny, small, sucked up. That's my number. Volume, oh my God. The Columbia has 80,000. Now we could just rewind to 2015, times that number by 10. Now remember, this is with no fishing. The takeout's 50%. They know the numbers as they come in, even before they get to the dam. How do they know the numbers? The sonar. They even know the size of the fish. The sonar is very effective. Sonar fucking can track fish like no other. They know. The sonar, they have it on the boys out there. They know what the numbers are before they get to the dam. And they allow the gill netters, commercial, tribal, they allow the retail, commercial fishing to take out 50%. Now think about it. There's no fishing. The gill netting's been stopped. All of it's cut off. All of it. And you're still only sitting at 80,000. They count springers till June 15th. Then it'll switch into a summer. That number's going to end up, my guess, right around 110,000. That's even below their radically cut projections. When they're starting to finally come out of denial and quit putting up these ridiculous high fucking dreaming, projections to get people to come up and fish. It's starting to sink in the reality of the Great Pacific Genocide. First you hypothesized the knowledge, which I did. These are full blown out fucking meltdowns. They're line. They're going to circle the fucking wagons. They're going to parade out every fucking phony piece of shit there is. And, I knew that what I was up against. I've been at this for a long time. I knew that I couldn't stay in academia. Fuck, I was the number one school business in the country. I was the guy there. I broke free a long time ago. I knew when they started the JSTOR bitch. I knew Aaron Swartz personally. Fucking Aaron Swartz fucking downloads the server. That's what he was doing. The servers at MIT on all of it. Why do you think a B went to fucking MIT when he came over? I mean, to think that Trump met with him 17 times, we start talking about war crimes right now. We're talking about war crimes, war criminals in the International Criminal Court. Fuck, when they going to arrest fucking Obama? When are they going to arrest fucking Trump? When are they going to arrest fucking Biden? Talk about war crimes, cover up Fukushima? When are they going to arrest Cheney? When are they going to war for it? When are they going to arrest Brummer? Fuck, you want to talk fucking war crimes? Every one of these fucking presidents is a hardcore radical fucking war criminal. I mean, my God. Went after Afghanistan to kill the Taliban. Nobody from Afghanistan did shit to anyone. Went after Iraq to get a big old. Nobody from Iraq did shit to nobody tonight. Look what we did. So you don't talk war crimes? Oh, fuck. Come on. Fuck. This country's rooted in fucking blood and war crimes. Fuck. Go ask any fucking indigenous person. Well, not all. Don't ask the Perrys. They'll lie. Fucking. So, think about this number on the fucking Columbia. Oh my God. The Kenai. Oh my God. 1,975 for the fucking year last year. I mean, my God. And they're not these big 100-pound or 120-pound beasts like they were. Oh my. They were getting that a fucking day in 2015, 2014, a day. For the year? Oh my God. It's a catastrophe. How about the whales starving to death? All that work I did on that. Boots on the fucking ground. How about me walking the fucking coast of California while I'm dying of leukemia with a sleep bag, with no money, with no nothing? Think about my tide pool work alone. Fuck, I live here in Utah. Historic. Fuck, those are some of the most historic low tides. Well, the only byproduct of that is some of the stuff I saw in my journey. I'll get back at it. Speaking of that full moon. Fuck, I mean, I remember one night I met some girl and it was one of the full eclipse moons and she come down, been watching my videos, says, oh my God, you've been talking about this, I want to watch it with you tonight. And so one of the closest moons in literally hundreds and hundreds of years at a full eclipse. Fucking ocean just raging, going fucking crazy like it does on these type moon cycles, which are so fucking rare. The ocean pulls back so fucking fast. I get out there, do my tide pulling like a fucking shorebird so quick. So it happens so fast. I just glide across there, get that raw food. I used to use them fucking really good iPads. I went through so many cameras. I look back on it. I started out with a flip camera. One of those little fucking. God, they were cool. I used to wear it around my neck, remember? Then I used those bloggies forever, and I could conceal them and hide them, get it right up in fucking politicians' faces. What great. I had to plug them into a hard drive. I didn't have no hard drive. I got a stack of library fucking cards this deep in coastal California. I should break them out. Every single fucking coastal California. I mean, I could write a book just on the coastal California libraries. I've been in them all. Big sir, that little one's got one fucking computer. Because I'd have to plug it in that flip camera to get a hard drive to load video. Then I switched to the iPad. I remember being in Castroville, standing by the library. It's fucking, in the middle of the fucking night, dark. Here comes a cop right over there, What are you doing? I was just trying to get some Wi-Fi on this iPad. I'd be standing outside of Starbucks in the middle of the night or early in the morning, before they're even open or whatever, because I had to get Wi-Fi. I'm walking. I ain't like you can go plug shit in. Where I'm at a sleep bag. I mean, the coastal California fucking, oh my God. We're watching this thing and she's like, oh my God. Just fucking raging. Fucking bioluminescence just showing up that night. It's just popping. It's booming. I mean, it's just stunning. And then here comes the eclipse. And the ocean just goes, lays down and goes quiet. So it moves across it, fucking right back to fucking raging. I mean, I almost got a fucking fuck sleep. Not that. I mean, ooh, what's that smell? It's a dead well in Carmel. Almost got a waterbed. Yeah. So you think about these numbers on the fucking. I predicted all this. The fires. How about my work on the fires? I mean, I've done the work of 100 fucking people. I mean, I've done the work of 1,000 activists. I've done the work of 100 fucking marine biologists. I mean, I think about it, it's staggering. What do I get for it? I don't get shit. I get attacked, I get slandered, I got poverty. I'm very capable of doing something else, committing my life to something else. Like making money. Oh, I could be, I mean, look how I am with the markets. Short G. Short, I mean, there's lots of things I could have devoted my life to, but this is full time. You know, I work 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, and that's fucking, I mean, for all these years. Not to mention, I was given 2 months to live with AML leukemia. My chest split open, the slander, the attacks. I mean, who could fucking deal with that mentally? I don't know anybody that could deal with that. I don't know how I haven't died. I mean, just brutal. Financially destroyed, just fucking attack. I mean, just keep going, you know? So I don't regurgitate other information. I am the information. I am. This is a fucking traditional PhD. First, you hypothesize on this, well, then you got to get out and do your field observation, all over the fucking world. Fucking 1,200 videos fucking later. Incredible. Then you defend your work. Holy fuck. Talk about defend your work. How about my work on the fucking fires? How about my work on the Great Salt Lake on the fucking drought? I mean, I go on and on and on. All these byproducts. The dead birds. Fuck. I mean, my God, the mirrors they washed up. I mean, it's staggering. Fuck. Then, if you were right, it becomes the new knowledge. Well, I was right, and it's the fucking new knowledge. Will she come back? The mighty blue lady? I don't know. You have to go ask her. You know, I fight for her, she fights for me. Just remember, I was given 2 months to live in 2011. When a good doctor looks you right in the fucking eyes. A good doctor. I watched my father die of this disease. I watched Annika die of this disease. This is a brutal cancer in your body. Don't lie to me. I think maybe 2 months you have to live. You know, it was AML leukemia de novo with a marker of 44. You can't survive that. And I know my shit on cancer. I mean, I knew what I was up against. I remember Fimbo Peterson being in LDS, going in and out of a fucking coma. I'm so sick. I'm sucked up to 119. No pigment eyes, blisters on my tongues. I'm just fading away. I mean, managers get mad at me for doing videos now. Now they encourage it. He brings in a study and flops down a study. He says, I found this on the internet. You know, it wasn't like it was now. You know, you just Google doctors. The internet's changed everything for people as far as cancer research. Here's a study I found from South Korea, and I reached into my bag and I threw it down. I says, you mean that study? And he says, oh God, how did I know you'd have it? I knew what I was up against. But, you know, I remember when I told the doctors I'm going to go off the coast of California because I was too sick for a transplant. I'm sitting right by that old potato digger, which is irony because when that big thing got tore down in the Mojave, that's his. That's my great-grandfather who built that. Yeah, look him up, Christian Blanch, the borax. That's the guy who started borax in eastern freaking California. That's him. Lived right there. That's him. I'm sure he put that thing up. That guy hooked that winch to it, a thing, and tipped it over. I remember praying by that when I had to decide whether to have my bone marrow transplant or not. Remember Marshall Jensen, look up his case. Me and him had to decide the same week. He's probably the most important AML leukemia patient in American history. You know, sad, passed away. What a pioneer. What a beautiful person. Brutal. 44 people in that unit with me, including Carla, including Nancy, all these beautiful, incredible people. I'm the only one left alive. You know, I remember when I told them, you know, on their advice, I think you're too sick. I don't think the transplant's going to work. And I call myself the 2012 San Francisco Giants because that's the greatest comeback in sports history. And if you don't know anything about that, that's the night I was going in and out of a coma there. It didn't look like it was going to work. You know, baseball metaphors matter. What a fucking fight. Remember when I told him I'm going to go walk the whole coast of California? Talking about, you'll die out there. Yeah, I know. What a place to die. I tell my grandkids, like Edward Abbey. I know where Edward Abbey's buried. Remember, they just wrapped him in a sleeping bag. He's buried in the Sonora. I says, if I die, you bury me right here on the marsh, right there, right by the blue herons and the tundra swans come in. This mega welfare dairy scumbag who thinks he's captured it, tore down all the trees, drained the swamp, he'll go away. It will come back. Put me on there. Just don't tell anybody when I die. Just wrap me in a sleeping bag and put me there. You know, I think most people thought I would die out there. What a journey. It's brutal out there. I mean, some of the things I've seen, some of the things I experienced. Wow. Oh, fuck. I mean, I could never even explain some of the things I witnessed with animals, the humans, the ecology, with the mighty blue lady. What a relationship I developed with her. The mother. I fight for her, she fights for we. I remember being at Pismo, standing on the pier, calling the whole family of seals. Joe, the photographer, is standing there with me. I'd never met him before, and he's like, I would never believe that if I saw it. They come all the way across from Diablo, all the way over to you. Mom, dad, brothers, sisters, grandpa, grandma, cousins, the whole herd of them. You're having a full-blown, they're right up under having a full-blown out conversation with me. What are they saying? They're saying, save me. Fukushima's killing our food. This is clear back in 2014. Blue Hearts on Valentine's Day. What'd you say back? I'm fighting. What'd they say? Fight harder. What'd you say? Okay. Which I have. Moon. Earth. Sun's right there. Maybe. Entanglement. Spooky science at a distance, Einstein called it. You telling me I knew. The greatest PhD in opportunity in human history, and I'm it. I'm the only one that really took it in a real way. The salmon data is paramount. It's paramount on this PhD. I knew it would be. And I knew that everybody was going to call me a fool because we had record returns on this Chinook. I'm like, no, they'll crash in 2016. I was nervous about that. I hoped it wouldn't, but I thought it would. And everybody's laughing at me. I said, will you believe me when they crash in 2016? That's not going to happen. Never seen the ocean so healthy, the fish cop in California told me, and it was healthy. Oh, did it crash? It's down 90+%, all the way from the Kenai to the Fraser. All the relationships I developed, people used to call people. John Kirk up there on the fucking plume, on the blob. I'm the first guy on the blob. Fuck all this work, Used to Google on fucking, I knew communication so well that I would use it intensely to hold retention. I knew the search engine was based on retention. I knew that. I taught communications the #1 school business in the country. I knew that. I knew the visual genre thousands of times. I worked so hard on my sense, everything, my intensity, fuck, everything, flipping the can. There was a reason, there was a method behind my madness to hold retention, and it worked. I mean, you used to Google Fukushima, the salmon collapse, all this said subject, the fires, everything. I'd be 19 to 20 on the sidebar. I'd be competing with BBC, Reuters, ABC, NBC, these major giant conglomerates, unlimited resources. I had no money. Do you think about that? I was kicking their ass. Used to Google Fukushima, used to Google 19 to 20 on the sidebar. But then 2018 is when they killed net neutrality, and that's when they circled the wagon and really started killing. They classified me in 2013, from what I understand, late 2013. So, excuse me. Yeah, in 2013. So this is a PhD. These salmon numbers are the thumbprint of the breath of the ocean. And I post my references. I put all my links where you can go back and back up my work. The studies are coming out now. They're verifying what I said then and the work that I did now. So that's how great PhD's work, which I've named this plutonium because it's new. It's a plasma. It's a gas. This fucking energy from these three suns bringing star power to Earth pushed into the fucking Earth. And everything I hypothesized to its teeth. It's going to get in the fucking pipe. It's going to get in the needles, and it's going to fucking cause fires. I mean, every single fucking word. Fuck, for Hamlet and Cassandra, they got together. They had a baby. I mean, you think about it. Fucking wow. I was thinking about it today. I'm like, oh my god. Like a laser. Like a fucking. Whoa. I can't believe. Even I can't. I look back on it and I think about how accurate I've been and how much I've been up against and what I've been up against. It's fucking staggering. Staggering. I mean, I was thinking about today and I'm like, wow, it's almost like an out of body experience. Well, I feel like since I got cancer, I really feel like it's been an out of body experience the whole time. I was talking to McCormick about it, you know. Since that doctor told me that, I really feel like it's been an out of body experience. I've been so laser focused, so hardcore, so and it's been brutal. No financial backing per se, really. I've got one guy, you know, that really helped support me. I've had three, a little bit here and there, two others, you know, along the way. But you know, I'll get back to my type though soon. You know, got a pacemaker now. Fuck, I got so many scars up me since 20. I mean, I think about it. Holy fuck. Open heart surgery twice. Slandered why I'm in an ICU. Felonies. I mean, kicked off Medicaid. Impoverished to fucking point. I didn't even have a car. Walking 10 miles a fucking day with a failing heart. Fuck. And people fucking spitting at me. No good deed goes unpunished. So this is a PhD. A real one. I don't regurgitate fucking information. I don't fucking do the analysis. This is the most important PhD maybe in human history. Or at least in Semmelweis. I got to show you this. So when they tore down our beautiful, incredible Frank Lloyd Wright, Leslie Hudson Masterpiece School, I waited till the end. They let people go through. They were walking all over the flag, you know, the Utah State flag. They're all flag wavers. That's all pretentious bullshit. Fuck, well, that's what America is, a bunch of pretentious bullshit. You know? I was laying on the floor. That's pictures of all the kids. 2008-9 graduating class. Faded. You know, and what a prop it's been over the years. It's so cool. I don't know which side's even the coolest now that it's fading. It's been all over the world. Been a journeyman. So the fight goes on. I never thought it'd go this long, but it has. And I didn't think the adversaries would be this radical. And I didn't think the people would be this apathetic. But it is what it is. All I can do is keep waiting. I just keep doing my work. Let the truth shake out, which it has. Stay in tune.